Hello, my fellow traveler.
So lately I've been kind of obsessed with the doubloon community on TikTok. The standard video includes a series of photos for you to swipe through. A JPEG of a cat will lead you to a shop, an inn, or just generally welcome you to wherever you are. Typically they'll offer you items which you can buy for a price, or various foods, most commonly soup or bread. Other times you'll, get robbed due to the ever-crashing doubloon economy. But in all of my encounters with thieves, I've been lucky enough to be swiftly saved by a different cat, who then immediately tries to sell me things, and then gives me stuff for free? Man, no wonder the economy is crashing here. Anyways, I saw a few videos of artists joining in on the trend, specifically the collection of character sketches from at Niha Just Vibing, and at Leslie the Dabloonian's short comics. Also, I didn't even realize until I was editing this video, but they have little cat boots. I'll leave their ads in the description so you can go check them out on TikTok. Even IKEA started giving out doubloons, so I knew I had to jump on the bandwagon and draw my own Dabloonsona. I started out wanting to draw something a bit more classically cute, and to me, that is the black cat. From there, I tried to think about their temperament, and in my experience, they've always been little punks. Anyways, starting off with a sketch, I wanted to give this guy that sort of overexposed eye look. Sort of like when you go to grab a snack in the middle of the night and then someone turns on the lights, so your pupils go small. Sticking with the sort of scrappy cat vibes, I thought it would be cute if I made him into the thief, rather than your standard traveling adventurer. As you can see, I decided to give him some little patches where the cloth might have worn thin. And I took a chunk out of his ear because I thought he was feeling a little bit too posh for a street thief. I used to have this cat when I was younger, and I remember there was this time when my mom had let her out because we lived in a small town and she thought it was okay to have an outdoor cat. But really, it should be avoided to prevent unfixed cats from breeding and also to avoid the danger of cars and other wild animals. Back to the point. So my mom let her cat outside, and eventually she noticed that she hadn't come back in a while. Naturally, she went outside to investigate, and that's when she noticed something. Take a guess at what she saw. I bet none of you will be able to guess what it was. I shit you not, she looks up at the top of this tall ass pine tree. This tree is like, I don't know, it's like maybe 4 times the height of the house that I used to live in as a wee lass. And so at the top of this tall ass pine tree, there are like 3 crows swarming and swooping at something. My mom squints, and it was our cat. The little stinker had decided to make a meal out of one of their nests, and somehow she got her chunky butt all the way to the top. Now, I don't know if you know this, but pine trees are actually kind of bendy, depending on the type of tree, obviously. But this cat was at the top, and I shit you not, it was warbling heavily. At some point, my mom decided that she just couldn't look at this anymore, and decided to do something else in the house. About an hour later, she heard scratching at the door, and she opened it to let our cat in. Guess what else she noticed? The crows, just chillin' at our doorstep, but they weren't moving if you catch my drift. Other than a chunk of her ear missing, our cat got off pretty easy. He was feeling a bit too average, so during the inking process, I decided to give him a little buddy who might be the reason for all of his thieving. After all, if the doubloon economy is falling and you have a little buddy to feed, you gotta get that bread somewhere. Initially, I was worried about making the overall colors too dark, but after adding in a gray background, they seemed just fine. Yes, this is a PSA to sketch with low brightness and use a gray background when coloring because the difference for your eyes is so big. Please take care of your eyes. The only other black cat I can remember from my childhood was a cat that one of my friends had that would growl if anyone got too close, and it would actively camp out near the corners of doorways to try and jump the unsuspecting passerbys. I still have nightmares. Anyways, after I started coloring them in, and adding in the little details, I really felt like it was coming together. But I was feeling a little bit tired, and this was the third day I had taken to work on him, so I decided to just slap a gradient over them, set the file layer to soft light, and then send them on their way. Overall, I'm really happy with how they turned out, and I think it was a fun piece to make.